Yes, lads. Tuesday, Daily Dirt. Just in Brisbane, about to pick my sister up from the airport. First day of 2 weeks off. We spoke about that yesterday, so I won't do it again. But feeling good. Yeah, yeah. Hit up here nice and early. Just went for a paint at a legal wall. That was legal, not illegal. So since going to court in March, getting a bit of a slap on the wrist. Yeah, I've learnt from my ways, I guess, and did a bit of legal graft today, which isn't the same. It's definitely not the same as doing, I guess, illegal graffiti, but it was good. It was fun. It was fun, and I enjoyed it. Felt a bit rusty, and yeah, definitely wasn't the best thing that anyone's ever done, but I really did enjoy it. And the thing about doing any form of art for me is time really does just go to nowhere. Like it's time just stands still, and I feel like the things that I really enjoy are the things where time just leaves as a sort of element of the world. Time is just, it goes. It's same with surfing. Lots of things. Going to bed, like going to sleep. Obviously, time just you wake up, but it's the best. I absolutely love going to bed and going to sleep. So nice, especially over here now. It's cooled down a little bit. The temperature's really nice in the day, in the night. Sorry, in the night. So anyway, yeah, just had a paint, and I was just thinking about hobbies in general, and how it's so easy to just give up hobbies as you get older. And I think going out and drinking becomes the hobby for a lot of people. Most people, really, in England, especially. Like, yeah, they'll play rugby or they'll have football on a Sunday. But it's in your brain, like, because so much of the world is just what's going on in your own brain. So, like addiction, for example, is all just an internal thing that no one else can say whether you've got it or not. And even if they do, it doesn't matter. It's all how you perceive the world and how you perceive your habits and stuff. And for some reason, you get to an age where these hobbies just start to dwindle a bit and are deemed immature, I think. Especially with doing graffiti, for example. My wife had a bit of a barrier of finding it immature, like, oh, you got to grow up a bit now. And I'm like, I see where you're coming from. You know, you see 10-year-olds doing tags on a letterbox or whatever. I get it. That I guess it is a bit childish in its roots, but when I think about it, what does childish actually mean? Especially with hobbies and things you enjoy. A lot of the time, they're just the pure fun. Going to a theme park, in my opinion, is childish. But that's a good thing. So the word childish to me now doesn't have that negative spin. Like, childish gets used as such a derogatory term, I think, and put down, oh, it's childish. He's a childish person. And when that means they're into, like, I don't know, sucking helium balloons in and making their voice go high, I'm into that. I'm into farts. I'm into all of the stuff that is, gosh, childish. Yeah, it is childish, because a lot of the time, childish means fun. It's like at kids' birthday parties. Now I don't drink and I'm not with the adults who are like standing around the barbecue having a beer, because I find that so dull. Especially when it's people I don't know. I don't want to know you. I don't need to know any more friends. I'm fine. Fine with having like 7 to 10 mates. Don't need any more. And I don't want to speak to you about your son and what school he goes, because I honestly don't care. And that's not rude. That's just me being honest. I don't care about your son who I've never met, because I've never met you. I will still be nice to you, and I'll still speak to you if you speak to me. But at a child's party, I would much rather go on the bouncy castle and practice slam dunks if there's a hoop in the basketball in the bouncy castle, because sometimes you do get bouncy castles with a basketball hoop in. That is the absolute ideal scenario at a kid's birthday party. So yeah, that's just a little insight into my opinion on the word childish. I don't think I really meant to speak about that today, but I have. And also, old Donald, he literally does amaze me, the president of the USA. In terms of, like, it gets to a point I'm sure there's a bigger plan, and he does really know what he's doing, and he has got people's best interest at heart. It's just he's maybe not a good communicator, or he might panic when he's on the mic and just say this mad stuff as like sort of a reaction, or it's a ploy to get more media attention. But I'm like, well, he's president. He doesn't need media attention. Like, he's got the media attention regardless. And I'm like, oh God, he's just an evil man who doesn't know what he's doing. And it's crazy, isn't it? Like, that people try and like sort of justify certain things, like, oh, I don't mind what he says, he's quite honest, and then more and more it's like, oh God, he's just a bit of an evil bully. And it's pretty scary, really. But I don't think about it any more than that, because if you do, you're just going to end up in a bit of a hole of, you know, what's the point in anything? Because if he's the one making choices about America, one of the most powerful countries in the world, it's like, it's pretty scary, isn't it, what could potentially happen with that? And I think what is happening is scary, isn't it? But I can't do anything about it. I cannot do anything about it. I think I'm happy that the leaders of like UK and Australia and other European westernized countries have gone like, ooh, Donald, not sure about this one, mate. I think we'll stay out of this one because you're actually just committing war crimes, really. But I ain't getting into politics, put it that way. And there's idiots who go, well, everything's politics. Like, yeah, I'm sure it is, but that's as far as I'll take it. Donald Trump is showing himself to be a bit of a bad egg, and there's nothing we can do about that other than, if you live in America, vote him out, and fingers crossed that he doesn't do something so unbelievably bad in the meantime that he drags us all into a shit fight. I dread to think what like a world war would look like with some of the, even myself, like I've seen memes of like mates now going to war and how ridiculous it would be. I really do think it would be ridiculous. I shouldn't think about that though, should I? Anyway, Tuesday, bit of a sticky day in the week. Whoa, what's happened to my hat? Is that good? Is that a style? Sticky day in the week. You'll get through it though. On the way home today, you'll put a nice song on, maybe a bit of Italian disco, and you go, do you know what? Yeah, that's all right, innit? Wednesday tomorrow, weekend in sight. Peace, daily dirt, up the lads, hope we're good.